Hi, Mr. Scalero's class. I wanted to take this opportunity to talk up some books for you. Remember, you can check them out from the physical library or our online platform, Overdrive/Sora. In this book talk, I'll talk up some high-interest books that are available from either our library or via Overdrive that you can check out. So first up, we're going to go to Destiny and look at a couple of books that are available for pickup. Nice feature. You can come right to East Leiden. You put a book on hold and come right to East Leiden cafeteria, pick up your books. So remember, you're at the Leiden 212 page. Sorry, I should have backed up. You're going to go to academics. Then you'll go to libraries. Click on it, and you'll click on East Campus. Okay, and yes, it already logged me in. So remember, from the other video, you may have to log in, but I'm already there. Okay, so all these books are available for pickup. So first one is the one I talked about before, I showcased before, The Unlikely Hero of Room 13B by Teresa Toten. In this book, it talks about the main character's name is Adam, and he meets a girl named Robin at a support group for kids that have obsessive compulsive disorder. So you can see in the description it says OCD, and that stands for obsessive compulsive disorder. If you look at the cover here, you'll see that all these little paper balls are all wadded up in rows. So if you don't know what obsessive compulsive disorder, what it is this disorder that where people have to have everything like really organized, or they kind of get anxiety. And so you'll see like the cover with the paper balls all in a row, because like if one was out of line, then the character would really have a lot of anxiety and wouldn't be able to handle it. So these two characters are in this support group, and Adam falls in love with Robin when he first meets her, and he becomes determined to protect her, but he has a hard time like navigating young love because he's dealing with divorced parents, he has new step-siblings, and he's dealing with his OCD. Big thing though is his mom starts receiving threatening messages, and he learns about it. So will Adam be the unlikely hero? Find out by checking this one out today. The next book I wanted to showcase for you is a book by one of Mr. Scalero's favorite authors. So last year I featured Jeff Sentner, and he revealed to me that this is one of his favorite authors. So this is called Rain and Delilah's Midnight Matinee, and it's about two girls who they're two seniors, and their actual names are Delia and Josie. It's a little confusing there, but they host their very own TV show on a local TV station, and they changed their names to Rain and Delilah. But now it's the end of their senior year, and both girls are confused about their futures. Josie has to make the choice of leaving for a university or trying for an actual TV career, and Delia doesn't want to leave the show as she thinks it's a link to finding her father, who left the family years ago. See what each girl chooses for her future in this one. Okay, the next one I wanted to showcase, this was really popular at the end of the year last year. It's called Internment. And you can see how I'm searching on Destiny. You can search for titles, you can search for authors, however you want to do. And so this is Internment, and you can see a really cool cover here. And it gives you a little bit about what the book is about. But it's a story set in a horrifying near-future United States. It focuses on 17-year-old Layla Amin and her parents, who are forced into an internment camp for Muslim American citizens. With the help of newly made friends, also trapped within the internment camp, her boyfriend on the outside, and an unexpected alliance, Layla begins a journey to fight for freedom, leading a revolution against the internment camp's director and his guards. That's Internment. Looks pretty good. Remember, you just click on hold. We'll see it. We'll get it ready for you. Okay. I wanted to give you guys a graphic novel. So don't forget, we have some wonderful graphic novels. And sadly, when the graphic novels, we have a lot more in the physical library than we do on the online. Okay. So if you want a graphic novel, your best bet is to come pick one up, because I did a search on our online and we only had like 5 or 6. Whereas we have like hundreds in the Nardini library. So let's see. I thought this was a good one. American Born Chinese. I read it. It's really, really funny. So I thought maybe you guys would like it too. Okay, so you see, like, this doesn't tell you a lot at all, but what it is really about, it's 3 stories woven into one. So main character Jin Wang wants to fit in. His family moves to a new neighborhood, and he suddenly finds that he's the only Chinese American student in his school. He gets bullied all the time, and he has hardly any friends. Then, to make matters worse, he falls in love with an all-American girl. And then the book goes somewhere else entirely, okay? So then it goes to an old Chinese fable. And it says, born to rule over all the monkeys in the world, the story of the Monkey King is one of the oldest and greatest Chinese fables. Adored by his subjects, masters of the arts of kung fu, he is the most powerful monkey on earth. But the Monkey King doesn't want to be a monkey. He wants to be hailed as a god. And then it goes to a whole other story. Chin Ki is the ultimate negative Chinese stereotype, and he's ruining his cousin Danny's life. Danny's a popular kid at school, but every year Chin Ki comes to visit, and every year Danny has to transfer to a new school to escape the shame. This year, though, things quickly go from bad to worse. So in the end, you guys think that these are all like unrelated stories, but in the end, surprisingly, they link up. Okay, so these are all available in our library. I'm going to go to 2 other books that I think we have in stock, but they're also available in Overdrive. So remember, you go back to the library page, and then you go to Sora, which is called Overdrive here. Shows up as Sora. And this one is a couple years old, but I wanted to showcase it for some reasons that we've seen happening over the summer and from the spring. Okay, so All American Boys. I picked this because of the George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, the events surrounding George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. This book talks a lot about police brutality, and it focuses on teenagers. Okay, so next is All American Boys by Jason Reynolds and Brendan Kiley. So in this groundbreaking novel, Rashad, a black teen, visits his corner store for a bag of chips. A white cop sees him and wrongly thinks he's a shoplifter. The incident becomes more intense as the cop beats Rashad as he rightly claims his innocence. There was a witness, Quinn Collins, a white teenager who knows Rashad and has been raised by the white cop since his own father died as a soldier in Afghanistan. See the different sides of the story in this book in which truth ultimately wins out. Okay? And so you kind of read it's told in 2 stories, like 2 different narrators. The next one I wanted to look at because when I saw it, it was up here and it just got moved. It's the same author here, Mary Donahue. When I saw the cover, I was like, oh, that looks creepy, so I really wanted to read it. So this is called The Girl in the Locked Room. You can see how I'm searching here. Okay. Click on The Girl in the Locked Room. So this is a ghost story. So if you're like into ghost stories, look at the cover. It's super creepy. The girl in the Locked Room, Mary Downing Hahn invites us to read her scary tale about a ghost girl who's been locked in a room for a century. So Jules' family moves into an old abandoned house. Jules' parents love the house, but Jules is frightened and she feels like a sense of doom around her. When she sees a pale face in an upstairs window, she can't stop wondering who's up there. And it's a room with a locked door that no one goes in. Could it be someone who lived in the house before? And she's been told that no one's lived there in a century. Her fear gets replaced by fascination, and Jules wants to make contact with this mysterious figure and unlock the door. Past and present intersect as she and her ghostly friend discover the fate of the family who lived in the house that many years ago. Creepy, guys. You'll want to read this. You won't be able to put it down. So remember, here in this feature, you can check things out, borrow, read, sample, however you'd like to do it. And there's your quick book talk. I hope that you keep reading. And have a great day, Mr. Scalero's class. Have a Lion Pride day. And I hope to hear what you're reading about. All right. Have a good one.